Darlene said on my forum, "Hello everyone. I am a 44-year-old mom of two, all grown up, have been married 26 years, live in Montana, and unfortunately was diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia, CLL, last Christmas. I am a nursing student and love medical research. Immediately upon diagnosis, I began eating a raw, vegan, gluten-free diet. I then transformed that into a totally grain-free diet. I felt amazing for about 6 months when I started to get tired and run down. At that time, more research led me to the belief that I may not be doing myself such a great favor by the raw vegan diet, so I added bone broth, grass-fed beef, eggs, etc. I also added coffee back into my morning routine with heavy cream, grass-fed organic. I then came across the perfect health diet and was allowing myself safe starches. Just days ago, I read The Caveman Doctor and Dr. Kruse's info on safe starches and realize now that they will have to be eliminated from my diet. The type of cancer I was diagnosed with is usually seen in much older people, except that it seems lately younger people are being diagnosed. CLL is a slow-moving blood cancer, hopefully, and I have had time to experiment. It is a monoclonal proliferation of B cells. If any of you know anything about CLL, I do not meet any of the currently tested for FISH test criteria, 13q deletion, etc., which places my overall survival at about 5 to 9 years. They believe I have had this for about 2. For those of you that do not know about CLL, that will sound like gibberish. My white cell count is 29K, my absolute lymphocytes are about 85%. In December of 11 at diagnosis, it was 22K. It was stable while on the vegan diet, not increasing over 3 months. Then, after adding meat back in and coffee, it increased to 29K. There are so many conflicting studies, articles, and opinions on what a person with cancer should eat. There is even more questionable when cancer is a blood cancer. Not much information out there. I have even come across a study that shows that leukemic cell lines are immune to death by ketosis. They are able to maintain life by glycolysis or ketosis, either one. I cannot relocate this study. My prior history has been a mess. I had post-viral syndrome after a particularly bad case of influenza in 1990. I had not really been the same since. There were random diagnoses such as chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, non-differentiated connective tissue disease, etc. I have had my gallbladder out, my appendix out, my tonsils out. During the appendix operation in 2008, I acquired Clostridium difficile. I had this relapsing and reoccurring for 8 months. For 8 months, my gut flora was assaulted with vancomycin. When I asked for a stool transfer, I was literally laughed at by the gastroenterologist. I gathered information on my own and did it myself using my daughter's stool. I was cured in 1 day. Dr. Kruse's blogs on how the sun sculpts the gut flora has been eye-opening, to say the least. All of these random problems cleared up when I eliminated grains from my diet, changed my LED lights, and ate the AP Paleo RX way as outlined in your book on Amazon. So I am here. I have read lots of information by Dr. Kruse, but have not been entirely sure how much applies to me. With my student loans, I will be utilizing an educational consult. Until then, I will be devouring information where I can get it. Thanks for any advice or help you can throw my way, Jack. I find that the more I learn, the better I feel. The oncologist/hematologist cannot be relied on for helpful information. They tell me that what you eat doesn't matter. I realize that my post makes me sound like an exhausted lost cause, but that couldn't be further from the truth. I have tons of energy, work out CrossFit style, play, spend time in the sun, and enjoy every moment of my life. I have always fought back, and I will continue to do so. Thanks for reading.